back to Capital Conversations with Correct Capital Wealth Management. I'm Colin Day. Joining me today is Pintip. Thank you so much for joining us today, Pintip.
Thanks for having me, Colin.
And this is going to be an ongoing series with the office because we wanted to provide an opportunity to put more faces, voices, depending on how you communicate with us, behind all of the staff on here. So we've had a lot of videos so far with the advisors, portfolio managers in the office, but this is an opportunity to see somebody who does maybe some what they would call back office work. You might not see her out front all the time, but you will hear her voice. You will get emails from Pintip occasionally. So I appreciate you taking the time today.
Thanks.
So let's start here. Pintip, what do you do here?
What I do here is I do a lot with client relationships, paperwork, transferring money to and from. And what I also do is I deal with compliance issues, regulations with the Security Exchange Commission. Mm-hmm. So a lot of rules and regulations have to make sure advisors are doing what they are supposed to be doing.
That's right, because we have to be kept in line.
Absolutely.
We have to be kept within the bounds of what the federal, state statutes say that we're allowed to do. And so Pintip provides a very important role for us to make sure that our videos are appropriate, make sure we are not promising anything, which of course we never do, especially when it comes to our clients' investments and livelihoods.
Absolutely.
So, for those people that work with myself as their main contact as a financial advisor, Pintip is probably not unfamiliar to you because I annoy Pintip almost every day.
Every single day.
with things that I need help with. So she provides, she's kind of the, I wouldn't say backup because a lot of times you're front facing, but ultimately, you provide the ongoing client experience of, taking some of the recommendations that I might be making to one of our clients and helping follow through on that.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, for example, what were we working on yesterday? Yesterday, I sent you a whole bunch of stuff for research. Remind me what I was doing.
You sent me so many things that I did not bring my list.
No, I remember now. We were working through an annuity question. We were working through withdrawal questions on a client annuity. Actually, it was a very annuity-heavy day yesterday.
Yes, it was.
But, a lot of the things we do, so for example, if we make a suggestion of opening up a new account, Pintip is the one that's going to be assisting with the account opening process, working through, DocuSign or getting signatures done. I think that's all fair to say. What else?
Any recommendation that when I receive from you, Colin, once you're done meeting with the clients, I take over from there.
Right.
I will be your main point of contact. As far as getting the statements, any paperwork that needs to be signed, I'm going to walk you through it. Okay. So if you had to think about the things that get you up in the morning, that get you excited to come to work, what do you think that is? Is it, I'm going to send 100 emails to different people today? Or or would it be something different? Dealing with different types of clients and certain things I do here in the office, being with my coworkers, that's what gets me up.
Yeah.
If you enjoy what you do, you're going to enjoy your day even more.
Right. Yeah. You never work a day in your life, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, because I tend to send you a lot of problems, right? So like, hey, Pintip, I've got this issue.
I'm the problem solver.
Pintip, I don't want to spend 20 minutes on hold with this company to reset my password. Would you mind helping a guy out? Things like that. But obviously, and I think I'm very similar in this way, is that, I like having different kinds of conversations with different kinds of people throughout the day, understanding their concerns and working through them. Because, if we can be completely error-free when it comes to what our partners do, then we wouldn't really have much to do. We'd be twiddling our thumbs half the day. But the reality is that much of the challenge that we incur throughout a business day is just making sure that everything is running smoothly so that the client or prospect have the best experience with us.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to, how you've gotten to this role with Correct Capital. So Pintip's been here for just a little bit over a year now?
It'll be a year, September 1st.
There you go. So about a year now. So happy anniversary.
Thank you.
How did you get to this position? So walk me through a little bit of how you got to this
I've been in the financial industry for 23 years.
Wow.
I started when I was 21, when A.G. Edwards was still established. And I started in the transfer and ship department.
What was that?
You transfer certificates and anything, coming out of your account, you make the request for. And I remember going in to do the testing, because you have to test before you can work there.
Sure.
I couldn't even type.
Really?
At all. I didn't take any typing classes in high school. So, and there's different aspects of the industry that I was learning. You don't just work in one department, there's hundreds of departments. So I was curious about each and every department. And transfership was in margin. I was over in the margin, and then I went to IRA, and then I started doing transfers, and it's been great ever since.
Yeah. So you went from this operational role, maybe more of a back office role than any kind of front facing role.
Correct.
How did you get out from the big corporation side of things into maybe some of the smaller RIAs?
I started working with an independent annuity advisor.
Okay.
So that's what got my curiosity going. I realized I didn't want to do the same thing every day, all day long. So that's why I wanted to be more on the front line, because of my back office experience. I can bring that forward into the front office and help get things done correctly at the front line versus at the back.
Yeah. And I mean, within the role that you're serving right now, like we were talking about, much of it is operationally based and improving operational flows, but some of it is compliance related.
Correct.
So, do you mind speaking just a little bit about that? I don't know if our if our clients really want to hear about what we're doing in the background so that we can be compliant with them. But if you think about some of the things that you have to concentrate on to make sure that we are serving our clients in their best way, what do you think might come to mind in that regard on a daily basis?
The Security Exchange Commission and FINRA put regulations out to protect the client. And that's my biggest thing, is to make sure our clients are protected and that you guys are doing the right thing.
As advisors.
As advisors,
right.
Correct. So that's the first and foremost that comes to my mind when running the compliance department or helping running the compliance department.
Great.
Making sure that our firm is within regulations. It's not just protecting the client, it's also protecting the firm itself and everyone that works here.
Okay. Well, that's great to know. And maybe we'll end it here. I think an interesting fact about Pintip is that she has the longest drive into the office every day.
I do.
So do you mind? I mean, you live over in Illinois.
I live over in Illinois. It takes me about an hour to get here, but I do enjoy my ride because it's nice and quiet before I get home to the chaos. But not so much chaos more, because half of my kids have moved out.
Yes, you have. Remind me how many kids?
I have 5.
You have 5 kids, and that doesn't include your fur babies.
No.
Which is another
4.
4.
And they're all rescued.
And what is their weight ranges?
The kids or the dogs?
The dogs.
The dogs range about 200 pounds to 50 pounds.
Yeah. So I imagine you get here pretty early. You're the first person in the office normally. I mean, what time do you leave? And how long does it take?
6.
You leave the house at 6. So what time do you have to wake up to feed the dogs? Not your
5.
kids. I'm 5. Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's too early. That's just too early for me.
I'm an early bird.
Okay. Well, good. Well, Pintip, again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope this didn't put too much pressure, and I don't think there's going to be much of a review from a compliance perspective on this video. I think
as long as we have proper disclosures.
Okay. Yes, and they will be up right after this. Thanks, everybody.
The opinions expressed in this program are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security. It is only intended to provide education about the financial industry. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. As always, please remember, investing involves risk and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional. Correct Capital Wealth Management is a registered investment advisor. Advisory services are only offered to clients or prospective clients where Correct Capital Wealth Management and its representatives are properly licensed or exempt from licensure. No advice may be rendered by Correct Capital Wealth Management unless a client service agreement is in place.